Shalom Aleichem, everyone. Hope everyone had a wonderful, wonderful week. This week in Eretz Yisrael, we lay in Parshas Korach. In Chutzlatz, we lay in Parshas Shlach. And the common denominator is, of course, the mitzvah of tzitzis. When it comes to the mitzvah of tzitzis, Korach, of course, abuses the mitzvah. And Rashi tells us he had a taina, he had an argument against Moshe Rabbeinu. What do you put on tcheles, on a beged that is kulo tcheles? That makes no sense to go ahead and put on one string of tcheles on a garment that is entirely tcheles. That's illogical. And therefore he criticizes, he's critiquing Moshe Rabbeinu. How can you put yourself above everyone else? The whole nation is holy. Why are you putting yourself as the leader? Why are you that string of tcheles? The end of Parsha Shlach, of course, has tzitzis as well. And the Torah tells us that when it comes to tzitzis, it's not supposed to be abused like Korach did, but it's supposed to be elevating. And the mitzvah of tzitzis reminds us, Laman Tizkru es kol mitzvahs Hashem. We're supposed to be reminded of all of the mitzvahs. How exactly do we do that? How does tzitzis bring us to a reminder of Kol Torah Kula, of all the mitzvahs? So the Gemara in Maseches Menachos, Daf Mem Gimel, thereabouts, suggests two possibilities, two different ways that this can be accomplished. One way is, the Gemara says, there's a juxtaposition. For example, you study the mitzvah tzitzis, then right away you moved into, the Torah tells us in Parshas Kisei, to the mitzvah shatnes. And as one studies Torah, one sees juxtapositions. One thing leads to another. And we learn, for example, from that juxtaposition of tzitzis to shatnes, that you're allowed to wear beged of, if your tzitzis have shatnes in them, you're wearing a linen garment and wool strings, that's okay. Aseh docha lo taseh. And the whole process of Talmud Torah, of droshos, of smichos aparshos, of being medameh, comparing one thing to another, brings us close to HaKadosh Baruch Hu, that whole process of limud Torah. But then the Gemara says another idea, and it points out that yes, ideally we wear tcheles, and tcheles is a pigment that is doma leyam, and you see the yam, and that has the pigmentation of the sky. It's doma l'rakia, and then you elevate, you look up, and doma l'rakia. Now you start thinking about kisei hakavod. Is that nature inspires us? Things around us build us up, they inspire us, they put us on higher levels. When you go out to nature, you experience the beauty of HaKadosh Baruch Hu's world. You see the animals of the forest, you see the greenery, you see different places, and you are inspired, saying, whoa, ma rabu ma'asecha Hashem, as the high school girls like to say, TMV, TMR, totally marabu. And you go ahead and out to nature, you experience things. Tcheles is doma leyam. Go to the sea and be inspired by the sea. The sea will inspire you to the heavens. Look at the sky on a clear night. How many stars? Go out to nature, and that will certainly bring a person to HaKadosh Baruch Hu. So Tcheles teaches us that as well. The mission, the goal, of course, everyone, different times in life, different stages in life, different opportunities in life, but to bring ourselves closer to HaKadosh Baruch Hu, that's the mission. And that's the message of the mitzvah of tzitzis. Is not Rahman al-Islam to abuse the mitzvah and use it as a source of scorn, as Korach did, but on the contrary, to elevate ourselves, to go ahead and see this as all vehicles of coming closer to HaKadosh Baruch Hu. Have a wonderful Shabbos Kodesh.